Hello pretties, welcome to Vestival. And literally 2 seconds into me starting this video, this dog's already acting out. And they were just doing just fine before. Can y'all not? I'm gonna have to kick you out. Okay, I think they're calm now. So, welcome to Vestival. By the way, my name is Vivi. If y'all don't know, but welcome to Vestival. How y'all doing? How you feeling? How you smelling? Shout out to Billy Benches. I'm gonna leave him down below. He's really fun. But I'm filming the video that I never thought I would be filming again. But here we are. It's a pen and palette introduction. I'll go over there in a second. But if you happen to be one of like the 5 people that watched my eyeshadow obsessions update finale review video that I come up, if you didn't, I don't blame you because it was very long, but I had a lot to catch up on since my hiatus. But I essentially explained how I did not enjoy the eyeshadow obsessions or use my eyeshadow palettes project challenge, whatever you want to call it. It was created by Chicky. I'm gonna also leave her down below, check her out. But it just, the premise of the project is to get 20 uses out of every single one of your eyeshadow palettes. For me to realistically do that, it meant that I would have to pick, like combine the eyeshadow palettes and do one color from here, one color from here, one color from there to, mix them up. There were there were pros and cons to that. Pros, sometimes I did really fun, innovative, color combinations, and it really pushed me out of my comfort zone. And a lot of times, it just looked nasty. So again, pros and cons. And although I liked getting more usage out of my palettes, I didn't feel like I used them enough because I was really only using one shade from one palette and one shade from this one, and I didn't feel like I really got to enjoy the palette, if that makes sense. And I just didn't like it. And I really thought that this was the year I was going to start a Pandas eyeshadows. But Pandas eyeshadows has a very similar format. Okay, hold on a second. I kicked them out. But anyway, eyeshadow obsessions and Pan palette. Pandas eyeshadows have a very similar formatting where in order to be successful in Pandas eyeshadows, you have to use the specific shade that you're working on and mix it with that specific shade from another palette that you're working on. You have to mix those specific shadows. And I didn't want to do that again. I honestly didn't enjoy it. I didn't feel like I got enough use out of my eyeshadows the way I would like to use my eyeshadows, and I wasn't enjoying using my shadows. And I don't want to hate pan because we all know we don't really want to hate pan. That being said, and I will explain this later when I do my introduction to my next challenge, which is gonna be a 1 week 1 palette plus demo. So I'm gonna do one demo look with that eyeshadow palette, because why not? I might as well, if I'm already recording with it, I might as well show you guys a demo. So that's what I'm doing instead. Don't expect a video every single week because it's not gonna be a weekly series. It's gonna be when I feel like it or when I can, when my video schedule allows me to. But I should be able to go through all of my eyeshadow palettes. So I should. I currently have it in my schedule 33 times. I only have 27 eyeshadow palettes. And technically one of them is not gonna be part of it, so it'll be 26 because it's my project pan palette, so I'm not gonna include it. So that brings us to this project pan. So I do have a lot of usage out of this palette right here. This is the Pixie plus Heart Defensor, which is the collab with that's Heart. So that's this palette. I do already have pan in 3 shadows right here at the top, and I've completely used this one up. So we do have a lot of good progress. This was my unofficial Panda palette last year in my pie project pan, and I actually enjoyed that. Really just putting this in the back burner and focusing on my eyeshadow obsessions project challenge that I did, and that was really the main focus. So a couple things on this palette. There are 2 shades that I have no intention in panning. One that I have no intention even touching is this orangey one right here. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the shadow. If I wanted to use it, I could, and it would be very easily able to do it. However, I just don't want to. I don't feel attracted to this gold orangey shades right now. If that changes in the future, then maybe it changes and I'll reach out to it, but I currently do not feel the need or want to reach into this shade right here, so I won't. So this, it's already X'd out. I'm not gonna crush it out because maybe I change my mind halfway through the year, but as of right now, I have no intention of touching this shadow. Like I said, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Pretty shadow and all, kinda. I'm not attracted to those colors right now, so I don't want to do it. The other shadow that I am not gonna put myself through that is this hot pink. It's like a satin shade, so it's really more like a matte. But it's like it has like a pearl finish to it. Again, very pretty shadow. There it is. Nothing wrong with it. My goal is not to finish it. My goal is only to hit pan on this. And like I said, I've hit pan in these multiple times. The shadows itself, they're actually quite big. I'm gonna see if I can grab a single shadow for comparison, just so you guys can see. The pans are big, so because they're so big, they're not that deep. Okay, so here I have like a regular shadow, and well, this is perfect because it's empty. So you can see it's a big pan, so it's because of that it's quite shallow. So my goal with that pink shade is honestly just to hit pan. I'm not trying to finish it, I just want to hit pan. I'm still debating what my goal with this shadow right here is gonna be. I don't know if I want to finish it. I don't know if I want to hit pan on it, but it's just very deceiving because it looks like a really pretty like plum, but it doesn't translate that way. Like it looks like a purpley plum, but it's deceivingly pinky. It's more like a cranberry red. And I don't love that shade. It's not that I don't like it. Out of all these shades, this is the prettiest shade out of the palette, in my personal opinion. So I do really, really enjoy it. It's just a harder shade to work with, I guess. I don't know how to explain that. I started a harder shade to like make into looks or whatnot, or to incorporate it into looks. And because it is more of a shimmery metallic kind of shade, it's not metallic, shimmer would be the right word to use. It just have a really strong base. I could definitely see myself using this in like the outer corner, and I can definitely see myself like actually blending it like a regular matte. So there's that. So I'm still not sure what my goal with this is. Right now my goal is to finish it. So there's that. And then my goal is also to finish everything right here at the top. I am planning on doing quarterly updates instead of monthly updates because this is going to be my back burner, what's it called? My back burner project pan. So I don't expect to see a lot of progress on a monthly basis for us to be able to have to revisit on a monthly basis. So expect quarterly updates, just 4 more videos after this essentially. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 more videos after this. But I would like to get this out of my collection again. If I can just get everything here done and then just hit pan here and no interest in that one whatsoever, I'll be totally happy and I'll just end up tossing it in the trash. I'll be fine with it. But this is it. This is the palette. I'll take a picture of it and we'll go from there. I do want to start doing more photo like videos and whatnot, compilations for you guys at the very end. But for now, this is it. Okay, I've talked long enough. I think you got the message. Let me know what your ideas are. What do you think? And let's go from there. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.